We have one more speaker tonight, and I think it's really amazing how you can start with somebody who's pretty fresh out of high school and the aspirations and the dreams, and we can come to Chris and all the experiences that she had. I almost want to call my mom right now and thank her for pushing me through school as well. And it's amazing how that mutual support and what that does. Before I call our next student, he's here tonight with his son. And I know that there's many people here with parents or siblings, and what's unique is that we have several students here who have their children with them, and not just the children who are back with the childcare, but actually in this room who are adults and who are figuring out their way through the world themselves. And I look out in this room, and I've gotten to know many of you over the years. In fact, I consider you my role models, how you live your lives, the support you give to the community. And when I talked to Najea, I heard from him how hard he works so that he can be a role model. And I realized that sometimes in our lives, we don't always come from a place where we have those strong role models. We have to become those role models basically on the fly. And so I invite Najea Wynn to come up and share his story. Now, the one thing, I know he hails at some point in his life from Pittsburgh, and we're not going to talk about the Steelers because we're all over that Super Bowl from a few years ago. But I do like the ring of a book in his future, maybe called From Three Rivers to Green River. So with that, I'm going to introduce Najea Wynn.
Thank you. I've been at Green River now since May of '08, and life is, I guess, what brought me here. But since I've been here, I've had nothing but support from so many people, and I'd like to say thank you to the Green River Foundation, to the TRIO program, and I'm going to leave out my recipients for a minute, but I'm going to read something to you. Normally, I've read this before, and I usually read it to little bitty people called children. But I'll share it. I'll just say we are family. We'll just look at it like that. It's called Man in the Mirror. Early in him is instilled the fear of the Lord by way of a broomstick, belt, switch, and extension cord. To understand the true essence of what it means to be in awe, his heart, body, soul, his mind is endlessly beaten raw. His perceived recognition of choice, shut up, you have no voice. Family, gentleness, goodness, peace, joy, a simple hug, all obsolete at birth. Is this why he never internalized a sense of self-worth? He notices that his right to be and his right to become have been revoked, leaving his soul shattered, torn, and provoked. Deprived of his strength to defy the transgressions of the oppressor, deep within resides the will not to become sin's successor. Yet his maturing process ascribes self-hatred as a lifestyle. This as a result of his feelings, thoughts, and emotions, seemingly twisted and defiled. The reality of his existence is conceived in purposefulness, developed within a shell-shaped womb of nothingness, nurtured in a nest that is crowned by emptiness. Surely he yearns for the moment to escape the belief that he is as meaningless as he is useless. As a babe, the man in the mirror is refused as though he is nothing. As a child, he is abused as though he is nothing. As a son, he is accused as though he is nothing. And so as a man, he thought as though he was nothing. The Man in the Mirror is a story of my life, from the time I was born to age 13. I was in 7th grade at that time, and the person who was responsible for my well-being died, and I would spend the next 6 years off and on homeless. But every morning I'd get up and go to school because I knew I'd be off the street. I'd get a meal, I'd get lunch. Along the way, I had a lady in my senior year take me in and tell me that no matter what, you're going to graduate high school. I graduated from high school in 1985. I literally had to teach myself how to read. By then, I was 30 when I began this journey. I threw many books, and it was a frustrating time. Given all the obstacles, which include being a single father of a now 16-year-old, not having a father or mother in my life, according to the statistics of black men, I am not supposed to be standing here before you today. I am supposed to be on drugs, in prison, or dead. These 3 points are raised to say this: never, never, never give up on yourself. For me, that required that I see myself as an individual so that I could tap into the true power, strength, and positive potential that we all possess. If you really want to change, you can. I can assure you, though, that in order for change to exist, it must first begin with the man or the woman in the mirror. Regardless of the circumstances or situation, for far too long my mind lay dormant in a constant state of regression. To the Springer family, thank you. Thank you for helping me, a stranger, continue my education. As you can imagine, every day, the man in the mirror is able to hold his head up high with dignity and an unselfish pride as a result of your generosity, love, and charitable giving. Receiving this scholarship lets me know, amongst all the chaos and confusion that the country is facing today, that there are people who still genuinely care about the true role of humanity. Jim and Linda, in honor of your father, Mr. Jack Springer, I thank you for carrying and exemplifying the essence of what humanity is all about: love, hope, and charity. I will always remember, to whom much is given, much is required. I will continue to work hard, striving for that ultimate goal of giving back to others that which has been so graciously bestowed upon me, that being life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And it all starts with education. Thank you.